Hello friends, my name is AJ and I have more AP news to share with you. So a few days ago, the official AP Trevor account, he basically said to a reply of somebody asking about released FRQs for this particular test, he responded that there was not going to be any sort of released FRQs for this year. So that means that the exams that you took in 2020 will not be released to the public. Instead, they are going to be released on the AP Classroom site. And what I mean by that is the secure site that parents or that teachers can add their students to. And if you're inside of a class currently, you can use that AP Classroom to actually prepare for exams and get practice questions and such. So that is where these 2020 FRQs are posted. They will not be posted to the public, which unfortunately means that I will not be able to actually go over them. So it was my plan that today, being Tuesday and the day that it was supposed to be released, that I wanted to actually go over these questions with you for AP Computer Science. I had an entire plan of kind of going over being able to answer questions, but unfortunately I will not be able to do that because they are not going to be released to the public. Now, they may be leaked in various places, but they are not officially released, therefore I cannot review them. And which basically means that perhaps your teacher will be able to, if they have that information, they may go over it, or they may not, because this is going to be released on AP Classroom only. I don't have access to the AP Classroom for AP Computer Science simply because I took the course last year. I'm not currently enrolled with it. So therefore, I won't actually be able to have access to that particular released exam to be able to go over and to share. Not to mention, according to the actual wording from the tweet, it says that they will be released as secure items, which basically means that, again, it reinforces the fact that it's not publicly available and probably is not supposed to be publicly shared anyway. So I won't be able to go over the answers to them specifically. If anybody has any questions on specific kind of topics, like I know some people are asking about, integer division and the difference with integer and double division that may have been related to a question, you can definitely ask me those type of things that are content related. Again, I can't go over and specifically answer the entire FRQ, being that they are not publicly released. So that leads me into kind of what I'm going to be doing next on this particular channel. Because that was supposed to be a goal that was supposed to get done actually today. It was when I was supposed to have a video on the released FRQs. But because they're not going to be out, I'm going to have to make a little bit of changes. So the first thing that I do want to talk about, though, is kind of what I'm going to be doing now after this for both AP Computer Science and just in general. So first, the in-depth review for Unit 10, which is recursion. That's going to be coming out tomorrow for AP Computer Science. So definitely stay tuned for that. Already on this channel, I have Units 1 through 9, which is all the way from primitive types, to Unit 9, which was inheritance. And so Unit 10, which is the last unit, recursion, it's a little bit more of a difficult concept, that is going to be done in Unit 10 specifically. So if you have any questions on any of the units, you can definitely either leave them in the in-depth review videos for each unit, or when Unit 10 comes out, you can definitely leave them there. I pretty much I'll get majority of your comments, and if I do miss it, you can always either try and comment again, and I may see the alert that time, or you can always reach me in the other ways that are at the end of the video on the end card, okay? So that is what I wanted to talk about in terms of the actual content for AP Computer Science. Now, in terms of the people who have to do the makeup test, I believe the makeup test is kind of in the beginning, first week or second week of June. So I will be having, and I can see over here with the schedule when it's actually going to be. It's pulled up on my device down here. So it says that AP Computer Science A is Wednesday, June 3rd. Okay. So that means that on June 3rd, Wednesday, is when you'll be doing your makeup, which I believe is in about 1 week is when the actual exam is going to be, the makeup exam. So if you are going to be taking that makeup exam, I definitely recommend to do the practice questions that I've done in the series, in the playlist. So I have done, I believe, 8 videos on 2019, 2018, 2017. Released FRQs. I went over them and the questions that are relevant to what will be on the AP exam, as well as I went over the practice questions in video 7, video 8. I went over the practice questions that are going to be, or that were from the 2020 sample questions. And I went over the answers for those. And I definitely recommend, even if you don't do 1 through 6, definitely do 7 and 8, because there's a new type of question on the sample test, which is part C for number 1 and part B for number 2, which is a short answer question, which is actually different than all of the previous years. And because that is a new type of question, it'll definitely be helpful for you to try and go over that. Okay, so definitely recommend doing number 7 and number 8 if you're preparing for the unit or the June 3rd makeup exam for AP Computer Science, which is in about 1 week and 1 day. Okay, and I'll be doing, and if you have any questions, definitely let me know, because I know this is kind of, for those people, this is a makeup exam. You know, it's going to be everyone who had to make up or do the makeup exam is now going to be studying now, right? Rather than back then. Maybe people did it back then, and if something happened with their test, they have to do June 3rd. Now they have to do everything again, unfortunately. So I will be available if you need any help. I can answer any questions all the way until June 3rd. Obviously, on the day of the test, I believe the time slot for it is 2 p.m. So on 2 p.m., June 3rd, and a little bit before that, I will not be able to answer any questions, just because, you know, I will not obviously answer any questions definitely during the test and immediately after the test. You're not allowed to talk about questions until until a few hours after the test. You are not allowed to talk about the actual questions. And so I won't be going over that, or I won't be answering questions rather in that time frame from at least a little bit before the beginning of the test to quite after the test in terms of answering questions. Again, if you have any questions on content, you could definitely leave them either in the morning that day or other days before, and I'll try to answer all of those. So in addition to computer science, in terms of what I'm going to be doing, if you have been following some of my Swift videos, which is the language for building iOS apps, I've been doing a beginner series on that as well on this channel. So I aim to kind of finish a lot of those videos also in addition this week and next week. And then I also want to do some pretty fun videos, like maybe challenge videos, as well as using Java, which is the language for AP Computer Science, in interesting ways. So all of those things, definitely stay tuned for that. It'll be very interesting. If you haven't already, definitely you can subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell on the side to get notified every time that I post. But that is pretty much it for the news of the fact there's not going to be any released FRQs. It's very unfortunate, because it would have been a good resource for people, but I'm not able to use that. Now, if your teacher, right, makes it available on AP Classroom, definitely try them out there. But I will not have access to them, therefore I cannot review them. So again, this video was just going over kind of the things that you should keep in mind, especially if you're taking the makeup exam, and then also just some of the videos and kind of the things that I will be doing in the future. So again, I'm going to be finishing the AP Computer Science Unit 10, which is the last unit for the class, and I'm going to be doing, for example, some school-related videos, some challenge videos, tutorials. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming in the future, so definitely stay tuned for that. Alright everyone, if you liked the video, feel free to like and subscribe for more content, and as always, thanks for watching. See you very soon.